Most startling circumstance in my life, in light of the level, the degree of force that we had. Also, it might have gone genuinely awful. It wasn't huge in light of the fact that he didn't be able to burn through none of his cash. Craig Mack got lost the name. Who was we? Dark. Loot didn't be able to burn through none of his cash. Damn it. I'm a savage. Gracious, I'm a savage. Anything I desire, I will get anything I desire. I need to get. Today, we're jumping into the wound story of Diddy, the amazing music head honcho. You might know him from his notorious record mark, Terrible Kid Records, and his lavish way of life. However, hang on close, since murmurs of trickiness and insider facts are whirling around him. Furthermore, now is the ideal time to spill the tea. Also, it just took my breath away. Furthermore, we got insiders venturing into the spotlight, uncovering a tradition of monetary control that will make your jaw drop. Craftsmen like Mace 112 and the Locks, who've had their reasonable part of graph-beating hits under Terrible Kid Records, have been communicating their disappointment about how their well-deserved cash has been dealt with. Rumors from far and wide suggest that Diddy owes millions in neglected sovereignties and profit. Might you at any point trust it? Mays once, however, the beans guaranteeing that Diddy paid him a pitiful $20,000 for collections that sold great many duplicates. That is, sunshine burglary, people. Also, that was all there was to it. Be straightforward with it. Also, he can't be straightforward with it. However, pause, there's something else. The situation starts to get interesting as we uncover disclosures from perhaps of the main insider. In all honesty, Diddy's previous guardian, Gene Arrangement. He has within scoop and has been doling out some serious soil on the investor. Have we got any pre-owned it and made millions off of it that assisted him with being a very rich person, and afterward he going to get them back with nothing in the tank? Gene Arrangement has been revealing insight into the clouded side of Diddy's domain, laying out a distressing picture where specialists' legitimate income disappeared immediately and inexplicably. On the off chance that Gene spills are anything to go by, Diddy has been playing grimy in the background, leaving craftsmen between a rock and a hard place while he relaxes in the style and glit. Presently, how about we continue on toward the most recent demonstration in this great show? While the world is enamored by the bedlam encompassing Diddy's monetary trickeries, he's been endeavoring to move the concentrate somewhere else. He's turned on the appeal hostile, participating in prominent demonstrations of generosity and noble cause. Liberality is the situation. Diddy has been making eye-getting gifts left and right, similar to a cool $1 million each for Jackson State College and the Procure Your Needs web recording. Discuss causing wallets to drain with graciousness, or is there something else to it? So he must look great going into it, since right now in the public's eye, he don't look that great, brusky. Guileful insiders who like to remain anonymous smell something off-putting. They guarantee that Diddy's new demonstrations of generosity are essential for a determined technique. He's attempting to covering himself against the kickback and keep a clean-as-a-whistle picture while the monetary tempest seethes on. The universe of big-name PR can genuinely be a fight. You don't believe it's certified? You think Puffy is simply doing it for his picture? However, what is Diddy having a liable outlook on? We should rewind and jump into his excursion from the energetic roads of Harlem to the astonishing lobbies of Beverly Slopes. Cian Brushes, otherwise known as Diddy, made a domain that is turned into the stuff of both jealousy and discussion, assembling Awful Kid Records. In 1993, Diddy soared to popularity, marking specialists who might rule the outlines around the world. Yet, in the background, a dim underside hid underneath that kid's gleaming exterior. Craftsmen began raising their voices, blaming Diddy for stashing their well-deserved cash as opposed to covering their own pockets. Also, I say he's silly. He said that terrible kid would be recollected like fair and square of Motown. Distributing freedoms have for quite some time been a worthwhile income stream for performers. Yet they have likewise turned into a quarrelsome landmark loaded up with stories of double-dealing and monetary conflicts. One craftsman who has straightforwardly voiced his discontent with his legally binding ensnarements is Mace, who was once a sparkling star on terrible kid records. Taking to online entertainment, Mace blamed Diddy for offering him a measly $2 million for his significant distributing freedoms, an aggregate that could not hope to compare to what his list is really worth. It's not dark greatness. You purchased my distributing for about $20,000, and presently you need to offer me $2 million in real money. There's something wrong with that, Mace announced, pointing his finger straightforwardly at Diddy's supposed shifty strategies. Mace isn't the only one in that frame of mind of Diddy's treatment of specialists' monetary undertakings. Another craftsman who has had a high-profile aftermath with the hip-jump head honcho is Young Jock. In a new meeting, Young Jock uncovered that he laments marking an agreement with Diddy right off the bat in his vocation, guaranteeing that it restricted his artistic liberty and thwarted his monetary development. I felt like he was denying me of my chance to truly get around here and make the kind of cash I ought to have made, Young Jock bemoaned. Be that as it may, not simply settled craftsmen have voiced their disappointment with Diddy. Rising star Lizzo, whose vocation took off under Diddy's direction, has additionally taken a stand in opposition to her experience working with him. While she recognizes the meaning of his mentorship, Lizzo has censored the absence of straightforwardness in her monetary dealings with the head honcho. I buckled down, and my work was esteemed way, not as much as what it ought to have been, Lizzo expressed in a meeting, revealing insight into the waiting worries encompassing Diddy's strategic policies. The accounts of Lil' Kim and Confidence Evans, two specialists whose vocations prospered during their time under the care of Diddy, further highlight the monetary debates that have tormented the Awful Kid Records domain. Both Lil' Kim and Confidence Evans have had their reasonable portion of public fights with the mark, with disagreements about eminences and privileges obfuscating their associations with Diddy. He's Maxim. We awful kid. We know it's terrible. Kid you. In any case, a few pundits contend that this could be an essential move to acquire favor and keep up with impact inside the business. As one craftsman gruffly puts it isn't tricking anybody. This is simply one more strategic maneuver masked as noble cause. While it's challenging to conclusively demonstrate whether Diddy's new activities are a certified shift in perspective or a very much created PR methodology, the proof and sentiments introduced positively cause a commotion. Similarly, as with any well-known person, it's fundamental to still have a few doubts and question the intentions behind